Your old mate Chop Chop's coming back at you. Got some new content for you. Checking out some Euro Truck. So there's a public beta out at the moment for version 1.32. Brings us, it's a big update this one, brings us a heap of new features, or a few new features. Big thing to remember is if you're running mods or mod maps, they won't work with it at the moment until they update it, mainly because SCS has done a bit of work. You can probably actually see up here all these broken sections of the road where I've been. They've reworked some of northern Germany and updated a fair bit of it, and from what I understand they've got a team of people actually, or a small team of people, going through all the old sections of the map and just doing updates and cleaning it all up, improving the graphics and the area, making it look a lot better. So they're going to be reworked. It's kind of like what they did with France, you know, they're going to rework a lot of the base game, a lot of the areas, older areas. So they're in Germany at the moment. Dare say they'll be doing UK pretty soon, because that's quite an old part of it as well. But the big thing is, you'll see on the UI, there's some changes up in this part here, down in here and down here. Namely, we've got the photo studio and the vehicle browser and your profiles. That's all been shifted down the bottom here to make room for trailer dealer and trailer upgrades. And we've also got a trailer manager, because now we can buy our own trailers and run your own trailer. So at the moment there's only a few options, but judging by the fact there's a tab up here, I'd say you're going to be a few options come up. It's like I say, it's still in beta, so they're still working on it. It's obviously not the finished product just yet, just getting out all the bugs and that, and then there'll be updates further on with more trailers and that. So at the moment you can get your flatbeds, kern siders, you can get doubles, get a kern sider double. So with these here, I'll talk a bit more about them soon. There's a dry freighter, insulated, refrigerated, dry freighter B double. That's a new trailer type they've brought in, as the B doubles, or B train as we call them in New Zealand. The B double's more like of Aussie and European type thing really. There's a refrigerated double, insulated double, and that's it at the moment. But all those there you can just do, like if you're buying the truck, you just pick the standard trailer and you can upgrade it from there. Flatbeds, there's not really much upgrade option there. You know, you can only do the single trailer, add an extra axle on, that sort of thing. I haven't noticed by adding an extra axle, like if you look here, our T-weight's 5600, the total length is 13.7. Another 300 kgs on the tier weight, same size, but I haven't seen a change what cargo you can carry. So whether that's going to be sorted out or not, I'm not too sure. But we'll take a kern sider trailer, have a look at that. So in here we've got our options. It's like your trucks, you know, you can do various upgrades and that. So we can go with a single, a double, which is going to give us a speed dog trailer at the back here, or pup trailer, whatever you want to call it. And we can go to the B double. Now, I was going to mention with the B doubles, and I'm pretty sure with the doubles as well, to get those you need to have a garage in Scandinavia. Simply because that's where they run in Europe, so other parts of the continent you can't actually run them, so we'll just go with a single one. We can choose the type of body that goes on it. So this is what I mean, you know, you don't actually have to pick the high end one, just go with the low one and spec it out how you want. So we got a kern sider, dry freighter, so it's just your standard old box trailer really, doors on the back, loaded from the rear. And you get one with the side doors, gives you these wee doors you can open up on the side here. You can get a dry freighter with a moving floor, tarp over the back top there, and moving floor to offload it. There's an insulated one, same deal as your standard dry freighter, just doors on the back. And you can get it with side doors as well. And get it refrigerated with side doors, and refrigerated with a moving floor. So for this one here, I'm actually going to go refrigerated. You can choose your axles. Got your standard 2, you can go with 2 with a spread. Gives you a wee gap down there. 3 axles with a lifting axle. 3 axles with your lift axle, and the rear one's steerable. And the cool thing is, you can see here, you can see which one is steerable. You can have a spread out with the steering axle in the rear, or you can have 2 steering axles. Not too sure why you need 2 on the 3 axle one, but you can get 2 on there if you want. We'll just go with, actually I'm going to give that one there a whirl, see what the difference is. Now, I've got no mods or anything installed in this game. I've just kind of cheated in a heap of money and yeah, try and have various things. But you got your various paint jobs, you know, you can go with a custom one. All these colours can be changed if you wish. Yeah. So you can kind of create the look you want, match up with your truck. Cool part is you can chuck your truck in there, so you can match it up to your paint scheme. There is the base game skins in there if you want to use them, and they all work. And I dare say pretty quickly you'll find modders will be bringing out skins and that, or you'll simply just, if you're able to, if you've got that sort of way in mind, you'll be able to make your own skins. Meantime, we'll just roll with this one here. It matches up with the truck quite nicely. So there you go, you can kind of have it matching. So if you're able to make your own skins and that, you'll be able to do a company logo and all that, match it up with your truck. And then of course we've got various other options. So with the refrigerator trailers, you can change your cooler. So they've got called a Victor cooler. There's a thermo box one, which is painted, and there's the Turbo King. It's just a big ass meaty one. So I don't know, various prices. They're not actually going to change anything for it, so I'll just go with Victor. Then down the side here, so we can add more lights. Go with extra lights if you wish. Have bog standard ones or a lot more. I always like lights, so I'll go with them. We can have simple side protection. You can put the full one, so it gives you a nice painted wee strip there. Or you can add a pallet box, as they call it, or toolbox, or whatever you want. You can change your tyres, wheels, that. Change your wheels out. So, I don't know, go with those. Like a bit of gloss, some chrome hubs. Change your hubs and add a bit more bling. Unfortunately, you can't just, you know, select one type and then say you want that across all of your wheels. I'm going to go through every single one. That and that. Down the back, you can add a bit of different stuff here. You can add a fire extinguisher in a plastic box, add a water tank if you want, chuck on a spare tyre, just some side protection, painted box, chrome box, or another pallet box. I might just Yeah, I'll put a painted box on and matches up with that one there. So it actually matches up with the top paint scheme. On the back here, change your lights, bumper, get some extra lights and nice painted finish there, and you can chuck some mud flaps on if you wish. Standard, just plain, boring. You put a nicer one on. Down this side here, you can chuck another box on or spare tire or whatever, match it up, and you can do the same here. Never really seen the pallet boxes, didn't know anything about them, don't have them over here. But yeah, as you can see, you've got a few options there. You can change it out, and obviously, you know, once the modders get into it, there's going to be a lot more come out, and more than likely you see modded trailers and they're popping up. And hooking it up to the truck, you know, she matches up nicely. Trying out the Scania S-Series, 520 brake, this one. But yeah, she looks quite good. And chuck your lights on, lights down the side, lighting up. These ones up here, don't know if they change when you change the cooler. Yeah. Yeah, all in all, pretty cool. 151,100 for that, fully spec'd out. So I'll confirm that, we'll purchase it. Now the thing is, you can make multiple purchases of these, chuck them in your garages, your drivers can use them. But as soon as you go from that trailer to another one, it'll reset to the standard and you have to go through and customise it all again. So I'm going to buy one of those, and we're actually down in Bordeaux at the moment. I've just got a garage down there, so I'm going to chuck it in there. Yes. And the other thing is, I'll quickly show you the flatbeds. No, I didn't actually want to do that. Customise the flatbed, so as you can see, no option to change the chain type, if you like, combination type. You can change the flooring, you can have a wooden floor or steel floor, choice is yours. You can change your axles, same sort of axles as what we just saw in the refrigerated. Your paint will just change your headboard, or you can go custom. And same sort of deal with your options there. Add extra lights, and with the spread one you can chuck another box in there. Same deal with the back. You can put beacons or strobes on the back here. It's something a bit different. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. Find one of those, I've got one already. So yes, that's your trailers. So big thing is, like I say, at the moment I've got a flatbed hooked up, but I'll change over to the refrigerated one. But if you select a trailer, you can make it private, so your own drivers, your AI drivers can't use it. Swap out to it, which is what I'm going to do now. Cool. So now my flatbed's just sitting there not being used. I've got a driver using a insulated B double that I've got. So he's got my Volvo using that. Trailer upgrades is for this trailer you've got selected at the moment, you know, you can realise you could do those. That's something I haven't seen before. You can add boxes around the coolers. Yeah. Look at that, I just learned something as well. Obviously you can do that in the store. Yeah. So there's something to look for. But yes, so that's pretty much covering the trailers. Now the other change, of course, you own trailers, so now we've got an extra selection as well as your quick job, your freight market and your external contracts if you're connected to Realtor Trucks, is you can now select from the cargo market. Select your city. Now this here will just show you the goods for the trailer you've got selected. We've got a refrigerated trailer. So, you know, we've got things like potted flowers, caviar, tomatoes, all that sort of good stuff. Bit of beef, some peanut butter. Apparently that needs to be refrigerated. Some canned tuna needs refrigerated. So yeah, all this, that's the beauty of it. You know, medical equipment. Well, that needs to be refrigerated, but yeah, it's in that selection. So we've got all these cool thingies you can look at. So for this here, I'll just do a small job. We'll go over from Bordeaux to Bordeaux. We'll just run in the same town. And we'll do a quick job. Now, I apologise if the camera's a wee bit jerky. Thinking I need to change my settings on my bracket. She's probably a wee bit sensitive. Trailers around the front, I'd say, of the garage. Now, since my last videos and that, looks of I've ended up having to buy another head tracker, another track head, simply because, if you remember from the last videos, I had brought the wireless version, which was very cool and was really good, but after a while I found it stopped charging, didn't stop charging, it stopped holding its charge, so it was no longer wireless, as I had to keep it constantly plugged in. But the other thing that ended up happening is there's 3 infrared lights on the set, and that's what it picks up on. So, which was all very, you know, that's the way all these head trackers work, as far as I know. But the lower one was getting very dull, I found, and I'd done a bit of looking into it and found that I wasn't the only one having this issue. There's a lot of people complaining about it, as well as the not holding its charge part. So, instead of throwing my hands up in the air and going, oh well, bugger it, I'll save up for TrackIR, I decided, oh well, I couldn't see any complaints about the normal one, so I ended up buying just the standard plugged in one, wired one. Doing fish fingers. Cool. So I'll just try and adjust this. So yeah, I ended up buying the wired one and haven't had any issues whatsoever with the wired one. Big thing I found with the wireless one was you know, if you had a bit of light or anything in the room, it instantly really affected it. Whereas with the wired one, I find I can have the lights on. yeah, with the wired one, you know, I've got the lights on behind me here. She seems to be, doesn't seem to worry. Takes a fair bit of getting used to, of course, but like anything really, you're used to some particular way of doing things. I've actually gone too far the other way now. Yeah, pretty good. It's hard to tell with these mirrors. The view point on these mirrors is, yeah, rubbish, especially that offside one. You can't actually see bugger all with that mirror, perfectly honest. And you know, in real life they're actually not that bad to see. Yeah, so yeah. Practice makes perfect, I suppose. Been a bit slack with my gameplay. And obviously I'm making a real hash of this. Okay, close enough. So, with us owning their own trailer, we're no longer connecting up to a trailer, so they'll do this wee loading cargo screen. You don't see them loading it or anything, but they do that wee screen and off you go. Once it's done, you're loaded and good to go. So yeah, looks like I still highly recommend the Trackhat. It is still very good and yeah, a huge amount cheaper than TrackIR. But I don't actually recommend the wireless version. It costs a bit more anyway. But yeah, obviously there are issues with going with that version. So if you're going to get a head tracker, you know, I'd recommend just rocking with the wired one. Just get fully connected. It's a bit of a hassle having the wire there, but perfectly honest, you'll probably find your headset and that's wired up anyway, so it isn't going to make that much of a difference at the end of the day, I reckon. Yeah, it doesn't with me, so. So yes, you know, I've noticed, I'm kind of looking at discussions and that on the Steam forum with this latest update, and I have noticed there's some people in there sitting there going, why would I bother with it? You know, why do I want to own a trailer and all that? And just basically complaining about it, which, you know, you get all the time and find all the time, no matter what companies do. But be perfectly honest, trailer ownership has been asked for a very long time now. It looks like there's been a great many people asked for it. So for the fact that SCS has listened to what people wanted, I probably should have had a snooze on me, but oh well. And actually done the deed and brought the trailer ownership in is pretty awesome, I reckon. And like I say, the beauty is, you know, you'll be able to skin up, match your trucks up, get a company colour scheme going on. And if you have the ability to create your own skins, you've got the possibility of making something look pretty sweet. And of course, owning your own trailer and doing the jobs of your own trailer, you do make more money doing it. not really too much of a worry for me in this profile because I've just put the money in. And be perfectly honest, I'm probably just going to run with this profile for my YouTube videos. Hopefully I can start getting a bit more content back out again, or try and get content out again, since I've been rather poor at doing that for quite some time. I think probably near on a year since I started a new job, really. So yeah, well, hopefully it works out and we can start producing a bit more. Also with this one I am trying out some new recording software. I'm trying out different recording software. I'm doing this recording with OBS, which is a very popular bit of kit, bit of software that a lot of people use. So I figured I'd give it a whirl. Mainly because I found I was having a massive amount of trouble with the GeForce one. Videos recording software, the GeForce Experience thing, in that it was always recording my videos in a they call it a variable bitrate, so the speed was up and down. It would be 60 frames a second at one point and then down to 30, 35, something like that. And the issue I was actually really facing is I always have to change the setting in Premiere to bring everything back into line, or to zoom the screen back out basically, because it was just zoomed right in. I did have a video a while ago in my earlier days where it was put up like that, I didn't actually realise. But the other issue I found is because of that variable bitrate, the variable frame rate, is my audio would go out of sync something wicked. And I was having to spend hours just fine tuning all the audio, just cutting wee bits and pieces here and there out to try and bring it all back into line. And yeah, it was just becoming a bit of a nightmare really. I really am tired. So I'm hoping with OBS everything's going to come into sync, everything's going to work out alright. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works out. No, never know. So the other exciting thing happening this year is there's a new farming simulator coming out. FS19 of course. They do it every 2 years, release a new version. But I must admit this one here is looking like probably the best one they've done for a while, since, well, in my opinion, since 13. You know, 13 was a big leap for them. And this one here just looks like another big leap. A lot of new equipment, a lot of new brands, looks of it. Improved graphics, improved lighting and stuff. And what a lot of people are excited for is John Deere is in the game. They finally managed to get a license for John Deere. So that's pretty big for a lot of people. The other thing is, you know, we've got 2 new crops again, which are actual proper crops this time. Maybe it's that I wanted. Interesting. So we've got oats and we have cotton in typical. Won't do a big seat if I pull in this way. Probably not. Yes? No. So the cotton looks like it's going to be pretty cool. There's a requires new equipment in that because they have cotton harvester for it. And you know we've got, got horses, a dog. So overall it is looking really good. Love how you can screw a semi around. Gonna do that for my unit. Never hoping out. So yeah, I'm hoping I'll do a farming sim video so I can talk a bit more about the farming sim that's coming out as well. But yes, this new update for Euro Truck, pretty damn cool, I reckon. It is in beta. If you want to know how to use it, you just simply right click on Euro Truck in your Steam workshop, and there's a tab up there for updates or for betas, and you can select to join the public beta for it. So there we go, job done. And that is pretty much it, everyone. So that's all that. Need to find a place to rest. Now, I do believe cargo market. Pretty sure there's a way that you can select to just haul cargo out of the same place you are. See what jobs they've got going. Really? I have seen it. But yes, that's the job done, folks. And there was a truck speeding through there. Yes, job done. Pretty awesome. Hard to see in the day, dark there. They really can't see anything in the dark. Light her up. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully I'll bring you something else soon. In the meantime, you all have a happy day. Happy trucking.